Even though rally cars are race cars, they all start life as regular, ordinary road cars. But what's interesting is that some of the technology pioneered from racing them eventually made its way back to the very road cars they're based off of. In a way, road car technologies are proven in rally cars. If it works out in the woods, deserts, and mountains where rally cars race, it'll work for you while you're driving everywhere else. The technology that has been tested the hardest in rallying is all-wheel drive, and our friends at Team O'Neill Rally School invited us to New Hampshire to show us 3 historic rally cars and explain how it came to be. First, we have the Saab 96, representing front-wheel drive, a layout that's standard on cars of today thanks to its simplicity and efficiency. The engine sends power through the transmission to 2 half shafts, which are connected to the front wheels. The result is a setup so compact that it leaves a completely flat floor, freeing up space in the cabin above, the default orientation for consumer cars today. Since the engine sits atop the wheels, traction is improved, meaning this tiny 3-cylinder engine can power the vehicle faster and through more terrains than you might expect. It's a car that punches above its weight, which is why the Saab 96 has such a cult following today. Next, we have the Volvo 142, but it's not just any 142. This is the very car that finished 3rd at the 1973 Thousand Lakes Rally in Finland at the hands of legendary driver Markku Alén. The Thousand Lakes Rally was one of the most punishing events in World Rally Championship history, and the reason this car plays so well was due to its simplicity and ruggedness, rear-wheel drive being a big part of that. A front-engined rear-wheel drive setup consists, from front to back, of an engine, transmission, carrying the engine's power through a drive shaft, differential, and out through the solid rear axle. The parts are big, chunky, and sturdy. And though it's tough, it's not exactly efficient. That big drive shaft takes up space where passengers could be sitting, and it's really easy to overpower those rear wheels since they're at the light side of the car. Great for sliding around corners at any speed. The beauty of this setup is that each part has only one job to do. In the Saab, the front wheels have to do both the steering and the accelerating. In the Volvo, the front wheels do the steering while the rear wheels do the accelerating. Last but not least, we have the Audi 4000, an all-wheel drive combination of both front-wheel and rear-wheel drive. It has benefits and drawbacks of both, like taking up as much space as a rear-wheel drive system and a front-wheel drive system combined. This particular car, a 1980s Audi 4000 Quattro, also adds a center differential that manages how much power is sent to the front or rear wheels. Yet, the ability to slide into a corner like a rear-wheel drive car remains, but the all-wheel drive system has the benefit of the front wheels helping claw the vehicle out of a corner. A crucial development in Audi's history, this normalized the all-wheel drive system and brought it to regular cars. After World War II, a company called DKW built a German copy of the American Jeep. Years later, in the 1970s, an Audi engineer got his hands on one of those German Jeep copies and found it was great for driving on snow, much better than Audi's own two-wheel drive vehicles. He inserted its all-wheel drive system into a regular Audi sedan. That engineer's boss approved of the plan in secret, and a year later, Audi would test their new all-wheel drive system in competition. They chose the World Rally Championship, and in the dawn of the 1980s, Audi took the series by storm. Absolutely nobody expected Audi to even come out with an all-wheel drive car, let alone completely dominate the sport with it. It wasn't long before every other major manufacturer competing switched to all-wheel drive themselves. And this is how 3 examples of ordinary road car technologies were validated in their race car counterparts before assimilating into the mainstream vehicles we're familiar with today.